in the youthful mind, leaving antiquated rules behind. Stepping boldly forward, marching straight, refusing to accept the passive fate. Raising banners high into the air, showing everyone we truly care.
Breaking shackles, binding up our wrists, raising up our liberated fists, speaking absolute and righteous truth, inspiring the marginalized youth, tearing down the walls of Babylon, singing anthems till the break of dawn.
Voices echoing, hear the people sing, revolution calls. Watch the empire fall. Rebels shine, radiating brilliant golden rays, lighting up the darkest and the gloomiest of days. We possess the power to completely change the world, watching every flag of liberty unfurl. Keep the rebel shine burning vividly and fierce, let the beam of justice thoroughly pierce.
Overcoming every barricade, refusing to be silenced or afraid. System tries to keep the masses blind, but we possess a highly focused mind, speaking loudly to the microphone, claiming back the kingly righteous throne. Warriors of peace and unity, forging our own brilliant destiny, standing shoulder to collective shoulder, growing braver, smarter, vastly bolder, marching firmly on the avenue, painting skies a brighter shade of blue. Voices echoing, hear the people sing, revolution calls. Watch the empire fall. Rebels shine, radiating brilliant golden rays, lighting up the darkest and the gloomiest of days. We possess the power to completely change the world, watching every flag of liberty unfurl. Keep the rebel shine burning vividly and fierce, let the beam of justice thoroughly pierce. Change the world, watching every flag of liberty unfurl. Keep the rebel shine burning vividly and fierce, let the beam of justice thoroughly pierce. Keep shining, rebels rise, golden fire in our eyes. Harvesting the bitter crops beneath the blistering equator, fearing the relentless lash from a cruel, unfeeling dictator. Sweat dripping profusely into the dry, unforgiving soil, condemned to a miserable lifetime of unpaid, grueling toil. Humming ancient lullabies to comfort the orphan child, stripped of our dignity in a landscape brutally wild.
Frigates crossing the Atlantic loaded with human cargo, enduring the horrific conditions of a merciless embargo. Chained tightly together within the wooden ship's belly, bones growing fragile and muscles turning to jelly. Remembering the distant shores of a stolen motherland, forced into servitude upon this unfamiliar sandy strand.
Generations bearing scars, gazing up at foreign stars, mourning for the lost domain, enduring the colonial pain. Caribbean sorrow echoing across the vast archipelago, feeling the heavy tragedy wherever we physically go. Centuries of agony woven deeply into the tapestry, surviving the darkest chapters of human catastrophe.
Singing ornaments to the rolling,
unforgiving waves, honoring the memory of the fiercely defiant slaves.
skipping into the treacherous mountains to live free, forming hidden societies beneath the mahogany tree, plotting rebellions in the absolute dead of night, willing to sacrifice everything for a fundamental right, sharpening machetes to sever the oppressor's hold. Stories of legendary bravery remain forever told,
Preserving our heritage through rhythmic cultural expression, refusing to succumb completely to this massive oppression. Cooking traditional meals to nourish the weakened flesh, hoping that tomorrow morning brings a beginning fresh. Tending to the wounded with herbal secret remedies, overcoming the most devastating brutal tragedies. Generations bearing scars, gazing up in foreign stars, mourning for the lost domain, enduring the colonial pain. Caribbean sorrow echoing across the vast archipelago, feeling the heavy tragedy wherever we physically go. Centuries of agony woven deeply into the tapestry, surviving the darkest chapters of human catastrophe.
singing ornaments to the rolling,
Unforgiving waves,
honoring the memory.
of the fiercely defiant slaves. We endure because our roots are infinitely strong, righting the historical, unimaginable wicked wrong. Bloodlines carry the resilience of 1,000 kings. Eventually the oppressed canary triumphantly sings.
Remember them,
Honor the past, strength remains, built to last. Caribbean sorrow echoing across the vast archipelago, feeling the heavy tragedy wherever we physically go. Centuries of agony woven deeply into the tapestry, surviving the darkest chapters of human catastrophe. Singing ornaments to the rolling, unforgiving waves, honoring the memory of the fiercely defiant slaves. Ancestors weep, Caribbean cries, spirits ascend into the skies. Relaxation open, ripe papaya on the wooden chopping block. Ignoring the relentless ticking of the kitchen clock. Mango juices dripping stickily up on my bare skin, letting the equatorial feverish heat begin. My call screeching loudly from the highest balcony, living in a constant state of vibrant ecstasy.
Sweat trickling rapidly straight down my spine, drinking deeply from a flask of fermented palm wine, chopping sugar cane fiercely with the rusted machete, feeling incredibly energized, unburdened and sweaty.
Humidity wrapping tightly like a thick woolen blanket, wearing a traditional hand-woven beaded anklet. Temperature is rising, flavors tantalizing, fever taking over, rolling in the clover. Tropical heart beating intensely inside my chest, refusing to settle down and take a boring rest. Pulsing with the fiery rhythm of the intense equator, leaving the complicated problems for a little later. Driving abundantly within this lush, fertile zone, claiming this magnificent sunburn paradise as our own.
Roasting sweet plantains over the open charcoal grill, listening to the mockingbird singing loud and shrill, carrying massive bunches of yellow bananas down the hill, working energetically with the dedicated focus will. Dirt staining heavily upon my callous bare feet, embracing the challenge and suffocating midday heat.
Weaving elaborate baskets from dry, flexible leaves, seeking brief shelter underneath the thatched eaves. Cracking coconuts violently against the jagged stone, feeling the vibration travel straight into the bone. Spices wafting pungently throughout the entire courtyard, loving this existence even when it gets extremely hard. Temperature is rising, flavors tantalizing, fever taking over, rolling in the clover. Tropical heart beating intensely inside my chest, refusing to settle down and take a boring rest. Pulsing with the fiery rhythm of the intense equator, leaving the complicated problems for a little later. Thriving abundantly within this lush, fertile zone, claiming this magnificent sunburn paradise as our own. Our passionate, vibrant journey has only just begun. Let the organic drum guide your every single step. Maintain this remarkably high level of prep. Feel the pulse, taste the sweet, stomp the ground, bring the heat. Tropical heart beating intensely inside my chest, refusing to settle down and take a boring rest. Pulsing with the fiery rhythm of the intense equator, leaving the complicated problems for a little later. Thriving abundantly within this lush, fertile zone, claiming this magnificent sunburn paradise as our own. Beat goes on, sunburns bright, tropical love, day and night. Tears are falling on my window pane. Heartache feels like carrying a heavy iron chain. Promises were broken, left to rust and to decay. Memories are haunting me and will not go away. Swallowed all my pride, but now it leaves a bitter taste. Watching all my loyalty just go to total waste.
Stomping dusty boots across the creaky wooden floor, telling you I simply cannot take it anymore. Carrying the burdens of 1,000 troubled men, writing down my sorrow with the broken leaking pen.
Trouble keeps on knocking, banging loudly at my gate. Struggling to tolerate this unforgiving fate. Strings are bending, crying loud, walking through a lonely crowd. Pain is deep and cut so rough. Guess I have to be so tough, singing those rude blues, screaming at the empty wall, waiting for the hammer and the final axe to fall. Sorrow is a river flowing violently and wide. Nowhere left to run and absolutely nowhere left to hide. Yeah, we got those rude blues, chewing on a thorny stem, fighting back the demons, trying hard to conquer them.
Whiskey glasses empty, staring blankly at the stool, realizing that love will make a genius act a fool. Guitars weeping loudly, blending notes of pure regret, trying to forgive, but I will certainly not forget.
Lipstick smeared and fading, looking tired in the glass, hoping that this miserable agony will pass. Pack my heavy bags and threw the keys into the dirt, finally escaping from this paralyzing hurt. Strings are bending, crying loud, walking through a lonely crowd. Pain is deep and cut so rough. Guess I have to be so tough, singing those rude blues, screaming at the empty wall, waiting for the hammer and the final axe to fall. Sorrow is a river flowing violently and wide. Nowhere left to run and absolutely nowhere left to hide. Yeah, we got those rude blues, chewing on a thorny stem, fighting back the demons, trying hard to conquer them. Scars are merely badges, proving we survived the fight, pushing through the absolute darkest parts of night. Bitterness will eventually turn to solid grit. No, we ain't surrendering, we simply will not quit. Stomp it out, sing it loud, lift your chin, stand up proud, singing those rude blues, screaming at the empty wall, waiting for the hammer and the final axe to fall. Sorrow is a river flowing violently and wide. Nowhere left to run and absolutely nowhere left to hide. Yeah, we got those rude blues, chewing on a thorny stem, fighting back the demons, up his laundry on the edge of the unmade bed, unable to silence the terrifying scenarios in my head. Staring blankly at the photograph sitting on the shelf, feeling like a completely hollow version of myself. Waiting by the telephone for a call that never comes, listening to the distant menacing sound of the street drums.
Corner boys are recruiting the vulnerable, innocent youth, selling them a glamorous fantasy instead of the ugly truth. Handing out weapons to teenagers who should be in school, playing the dangerous game when nobody follows the rule. Another promising future gets tragically, abruptly derailed, realizing the community protection has spectacularly failed.
Torchlight burning late, staring at the gate. Intuition strikes deep, promises they cannot keep. Lioness weeps for the beloved cup that wandered astray, begging the merciful heavens to send him back away. Tears are staining the fabric of her exhausted, heavy soul, paying an unbelievably massive emotional, maternal toll, roaring in absolute agony at the injustice of the street, refusing to accept this heartbreaking ultimate defeat.
Sirens wailing sharply through the cold, unforgiving block, checking the relentless progression of the analog clock. Yellow tape surrounding the concrete basketball court, another devastating statistic in the evening news report. Judges handing out sentences inside the sterile courtroom, sending the neighborhood boys straight into a concrete tomb.
Clutching his favorite jacket tightly against my aching chest, wondering if I truly provided him with the absolute best. Lighting a solitary candle upon the makeshift wooden shrine, praying the universe will give me a single comforting sign. A mother's devotion is a remarkably unbreakable, fierce bond, reaching across the physical realm into the great beyond. Torchlight burning late, staring at the gate. Intuition strikes deep, promises they cannot keep. Lioness weeps for the beloved cup that wandered astray, begging the merciful heavens to send him back away. Tears are staining the fabric of her exhausted, heavy soul, paying an unbelievably massive emotional, maternal toll, roaring in absolute agony at the injustice of the street, refusing to accept this heartbreaking ultimate defeat. No parent should ever have to bury their own precious seed. This systemic tragedy is a terrifying, monstrous breed, gathering the matriarchs to stand united in the square, transforming our monumental grief into a powerful prayer. Hold him close, let him go. Pain is real, tears will flow. Lioness weeps for the beloved cup that wandered astray, begging the merciful heavens to send him back away. Tears are staining the fabric of her exhausted, heavy soul, paying an unbelievably massive emotional, maternal toll, roaring in absolute agony at the injustice of falling heavily upon my window pane. Heartache feels like carrying a heavy iron chain. Promises were broken, left to rust and to decay. Memories are haunting me and will not go away. Swallowed all my pride, but now it leaves a bitter taste. Watching all my loyalty just go to total waste.
Stomping dusty boots across the creaky wooden floor, telling you I simply cannot take it anymore. Carrying the burdens of 1,000 troubled men, writing down my sorrow with the broken leaking pen. Trouble keeps on knocking, banging loudly at my gate, struggling to tolerate this unforgiving fate.
Strings are bending, crying loud, walking through a lonely crowd. Pain is deep and cuts so rough, guess I have to be so tough. Singing those rude blues, screaming at the empty wall, waiting for the hammer and the final axe to fall. Sorrow is a river flowing violently and wide. Nowhere left to run and absolutely nowhere left to hide. Yeah, we got those rude blues, chewing on the thorny stem, fighting back the demons, trying hard to conquer them.
Whiskey glasses empty, staring blankly at the stool, realizing that love will make a genius act the fool. Guitars weeping loudly, bending notes of pure regret, trying to forgive, but I will certainly not forget.
Lipstick smeared and fading, looking tired in the glass, hoping that this miserable agony will pass. Pack my heavy bags and threw the keys into the dirt, finally escaping from this paralyzing. Strings are bending, crying loud, walking through a lonely crowd. Pain is deep and cuts so rough, guess I have to be so tough. Singing those rude blues, screaming at the empty wall, waiting for the hammer and the final axe to fall. Sorrow is a river flowing violently and wide. Nowhere left to run and absolutely nowhere left to hide. Yeah, we got those rude blues, chewing on a thorny stem, fighting back the demons, trying hard to conquer them.
Scars are merely badges, proving we survived the fight, pushing through the absolute darkest parts of night.
Bitterness will eventually turn to solid grit. No, no, we ain't surrendering, we simply will not quit.
Stomp it out, sing it loud.
Lift your chin, stand up proud. Yeah. Singing those rude blues, screaming at the empty wall, waiting for the hammer and the final axe to fall. Sorrow is a river flowing violently and wide. Nowhere left to run and absolutely nowhere left to hide. Yeah, we got those rude blues, chewing on a thorny stem, fighting back the demons, trying not to conquer them. Got the blues, rude blues, nothing left to lose. Delving deeply into sapphire realms, staring bravely at the wooden helms, seeking treasures hidden from the sun. Now the aquatic journey has begun. Bioluminescent creatures glow, guiding vessels where the currents flow.
Holding breath beneath the crashing wave, exploring inside a sunken cave. Ancient gallons resting on the floor, secrets locked behind an iron door.
Swimming past a giant manta ray, chasing mysteries beneath the bay. Pressure dropping low, see the prism glow. Current pulls us down, wearing coral crown. Oh, ocean diamond gleaming brightly in the deep, waking up the water from a silent sleep. Flashing colors through the salty liquid space, shining beauty in a solitary place. We discovered something precious, pure and grand, far away from any isolated land.
Mapping out coordinates so precise, paying absolutely any given price. Navigating by the southern star, traveling incredibly so far.
Sun knocking in the midnight blue, finding everything I search with you. Emerald reflections on my skin, knowing this is where the myths begin. Holding on to something very rare, floating weightless in the watery air. Polishing the surface till it shines, reading all the legendary signs. Pressure dropping low, see the prism glow. Current pulls us down, wearing coral crown. Ocean diamond gleaming brightly in the deep, waking up the water from a silent sleep. Flashing colors through the salty liquid space, shining beauty in a solitary place. We discovered something precious, pure and grand, far away from any isolated land. Defined by gold, it is simply wondrous stories being told. Holding tightly to this jewel of the sea, changing everything for you and me. Then sparkle, shine on through deepest blue. Oh, ocean diamond gleaming brightly in the deep, space, shining beauty in a solitary place. We discovered something precious, pure and grand, far away from any isolated land. Shine bright under the way, diamond light, ours to say.
Thank you.
Fastening a velvet masquerade, mask across my eyes, adopting the beautiful, intricate, and complete disguise. Slipping unnoticed through the heavy mahogany door, gliding silently across the polished marble floor, observing the patrons engaging in deceitful games, whispering affectionately, using completely fake names.
Leaning casually against the dimly lit corridor, waiting patiently for the imminent midnight call. Watching your elegant silhouette move across the room, emerging gracefully from the surrounding heavy gloom. Adjusting the collar of my tailored jet black suit, remaining exceptionally observant and completely mute. Identities erased, strangers getting interlaced, secrets in the vault, nobody is at fault. Shadow dance, twirling dangerously out of the light, embracing the obscure and the unknown aspects of night, tangoing mysteriously with an absolute stranger, flirting heavily with undeniable imminent danger, spinning rapidly until the entire room is a blur, uncovering exactly who we truly and deeply were. Stepping purposefully onto the crowded dancing space, matching your remarkably complex and rhythmic pace, holding your waist with an incredibly firm command, guiding your movements exactly as I originally planned, avoiding the bright swinging beams of the spotlight, keeping our interaction completely out of direct sight,
following your incredibly precise and calculated lead, fulfilling my unspoken, deeply buried romantic needs. Skirts flaring dramatically with every sudden turn, allowing this forbidden, passionate infatuation to burn, leaving no fingerprints or any traceable clues behind, playing manipulative tricks upon the vulnerable mind. Identities erased, strangers getting interlaced, secrets in the vault, nobody is at fault. Shadow dance, twirling dangerously out of the light, embracing the obscure and the unknown aspects of night, tangoing mysteriously with an absolute stranger, flirting heavily with undeniable imminent danger, spinning rapidly until the entire room is a blur, uncovering exactly who we truly and deeply were. Illumination only ruins the fantastic mystery. We are creating our own anonymous history. Let the darkness conceal our most intimate desires, fueling these hidden, unextinguishable, roaring fires. Hide your face, take my hand, step in time as we plan. Shadow dance, twirling dangerously out of the light, embracing the obscure and the unknown aspects of night, tangoing mysteriously with an absolute stranger, harvesting the bitter crops beneath the blistering equator, fearing the relentless lash from a cruel, unfeeling dictator. Sweat dripping profusely into the dry, unforgiving soil, condemned to a miserable lifetime of unpaid, grueling toil. Humming ancient lullabies to comfort the orphan child, stripped of our dignity in a landscape brutally wild.
Frigates crossing the Atlantic, loaded with human cargo, enduring the horrific conditions of a merciless embargo. Chained tightly together within the wooden ship's belly, bones growing fragile and muscles turning to jelly. Remembering the distant shores of a stolen motherland, forced them to servitude upon this unfamiliar sandy strand. Generations bearing scars, gazing up at foreign stars, mourning for the lost domain, enduring the colonial pain. Caribbean sorrow echoing across the vast archipelago, feeling the heavy tragedy wherever we physically go. Centuries of agony woven deeply into the tapestry, surviving the darkest chapters of human catastrophe, singing our laments to the rolling, unforgiving waves, honoring the memory of the fiercely defiant slaves. Escaping into the treacherous mountains to live free, forming hidden societies beneath the mahogany tree, plotting rebellions in the absolute dead of night, willing to sacrifice everything for a fundamental right, sharpening machetes to sever the oppressor's hold. Stories of legendary bravery remain forever told, preserving our heritage through rhythmic cultural expression, refusing to succumb completely to this massive oppression, cooking traditional meals to nourish the weak in flesh, hoping that tomorrow morning brings a beginning fresh, tending to the wounded with herbal secret remedies, overcoming the most devastating brutal tragedies. Generations bearing scars, gazing up at foreign stars, mourning for the lost domain, enduring the colonial pain. Caribbean sorrow echoing across the vast archipelago, feeling the heavy tragedy wherever we physically go. Centuries of agony woven deeply into the tapestry, surviving the darkest chapters of human catastrophe, singing our laments to the rolling, unforgiving waves, honoring the memory of the fiercely defiant slaves. We endure because our roots are infinitely strong, writing the historical, unimaginable, wicked wrong. Bloodlines carried the resilience of 1,000 kings. Eventually the oppressed can carry triumphant blessings. Remember them, honor the past, strength remains, built to last. Caribbean sorrow echoing across the vast archipelago, feeling the heavy tragedy wherever we physically go. Centuries of agony woven deeply into the tapestry, surviving the darkest chapters of human catastrophe, singing our laments to the rolling, unforgiving waves, honoring the memory
deceitful snakes, selling cheap illusions that the wicked empire proudly makes. Velvet curtains hiding all the suffering and silent cries, drowning in a massive ocean filled with artificial lies. Golden idols polished brightly, begging to be worshipped now, demanding that the righteous people compromise and humbly bow.
Chariots of silver rolling proudly down the avenue, promising a fake utopia and totally distorted view. Pharaohs of the modern era counting up their paper bills, manufacturing diseases, selling us the poison pills,
Testing my morality with beautifully wrapped deceit. Spiritual warfare happening directly on the street. Vanity is loud, walking in the crowd, guarding up the soul, taking back control. Babylon nights trying hard to steal away my purity, offering a false and highly dangerous security, flashing neon promises that always end in tragedy, refusing to become a victim of this dark depravity, standing firmly planted against the roaring of the beast, rejecting invitations to the devil's filthy feast.
Kings and politicians trading favors in the back room, sending innocent civilians blindly to their early doom. Cameras are watching every single footstep that we take, trying to determine which exact commandment we will brave, refusing to participate in this corrupt machinery, seeing past the beautifully painted fake scenery. Diamonds are seducing me with fascinating sharp reflections, offering completely hollow meaningless connections. Serpents whispering persistently inside my weary ear, trying to manipulate my insecurities and fear. But my faith is heavily armored, shining like a massive shield. I will absolutely never surrender, and I will never yield. Vanity is loud, walking in the crowd, guarding up the soul, taking back control. Babylon nights trying hard to steal away my purity, offering a false and highly dangerous security, flashing neon promises that always end in tragedy, refusing to become a victim of this dark depravity, standing firmly planted
teaching knowledge. Vines wrapping securely around the massive tree trunks, dodging the venomous reptiles and the territorial skunks. Feline predators stalking their unsuspecting grazing prey. Nature operates perfectly in its own ruthless way.
Roaring Papa left you from the highest rocky pinnacle, observing the ecosystem incredibly raw and cynical, marking the boundaries of this undisputed sanctuary, defending the majestic pride against any adversary. Golden mane blowing fiercely in the savannah gust, surviving the wilderness requires ultimate blind trust.
Claws are sharp and bare, not a single creature spared, running with the cheetah pack, never ever looking back. Wild Zion, unbridled and spectacularly untamed, a beautiful paradise that cannot ever be renamed. Living by the ferocious rules of the jungle law, witnessing the sheer beauty with unrestricted awe, roam freely across this magnificent holy terrain, breaking completely free from the domestic chain.
Elephants migrating across the vast dusty plains, drinking from the rivers swollen by the seas and the rains. Hippopotamuses bathing in the muddy shallow creek, only the strongest will survive, eliminating the weak. Leopards camouflage perfectly within the canopy, enjoying the absolute peak of terrestrial liberty.
Parrots walking vibrantly, displaying colorful wings, listening intently to the songs the untamed wilderness sings, foraging for berries among the thorny jagged bush, embracing the sudden overwhelming adrenaline rush, running barefoot across the rough unpaved earth, healing miraculously from every superficial hurt. Claws are sharp and bare, not a single creature spared, running with the cheetah pack, never ever looking back. Wild Zion, unbridled and spectacularly untamed, a beautiful paradise that cannot ever be renamed. Living by the ferocious rules of the jungle law, witnessing the sheer beauty with unrestricted awe, roam freely across this magnificent holy terrain, breaking completely free from the domestic chain. Civilization attempts to pave this gorgeous greenery, but we protect this sacred biological scenery. Embrace the feral spirit roaring deep inside your chest. This natural kingdom is unequivocally the best. Breathe it in, rum so fast, wilderness unsurpassed. Wild Zion, unbridled and spectacularly untamed, a beautiful paradise that cannot ever be renamed. Living by the ferocious rules of the jungle law, witnessing the sheer beauty with unrestricted awe, roam freely across this magnificent holy terrain, breaking completely free from the domestic chain. Lions roar, eagles fly, forever, until we die. Standing near the shoreline, feeling gentle breezes blow, watching coral reefs completely glowing deep below. Footprints disappearing underneath the salty foam, finding tranquil paradise where weary travelers roam. Seagulls flying high above the turquoise-colored sea. Everything feels perfect when you're sitting next to me.
Mountain peaks are hiding behind fluffy cotton clouds, far away from chaotic and suffocating crowds, drinking coconut water beneath the giant palm. Nature provides medicine that keeps my spirit calm. Roots are growing deeper in this fertile, sacred ground. Peacefulness surrounds us, there is magic to be found. Listen closely to the breeze, whispering through ancient trees. Nature's secret melody, setting every captive free. Island echoes calling out across the vast horizon. Golden sun is slowly fading, silver moon is rising. Harmonizing with the tide, we let our worries fade, resting comfortably within the cooling forest shade. Hear the island echoes, pure and endlessly serene, living inside a beautiful, untainted, vivid dream. Gathering some driftwood for a blazing evening fire. Sparks are flying upwards, reaching higher, ever higher. Stories of our ancestors are shared around the flame, realizing the universe will never be the same. Stars are painting constellations in the velvet sky, watching shooting comets quickly passing, flying by. Barefoot dancing on the sand until the morning light, celebrating harmony throughout the peaceful night. Lean closely to the breeze, whispering through ancient trees. Nature's secret melody, setting every captive free. Island echoes calling out across the vast horizon. Golden sun is slowly fading, silver moon is rising. Harmonizing with the tide, we let our worries fade, resting comfortably within the cooling forest shade. Hear the island echoes, pure and endlessly serene, living inside a beautiful, untainted, vivid dream. Vibrations travel through the humid atmosphere, washing away completely every single lingering fear. We are connected to the earth, the water and the air, a perfect sanctuary located far away from despair. Breathe in the ocean, breathe out the pain. Let the pure water wash away the stain. Island echoes calling out across the vast horizon. Oh, island echoes calling out across the vast horizon. Golden sun is slowly fading, silver moon is rising. Harmonizing with the tide, we let our worries fade, resting comfortably within
out on the open sea, driven purely by an insatiable, overwhelming gluttony. Loading heavy wooden chests filled with stolen bullion, commanding an armada resembling a rogue battalion. Swords are clashing loudly upon the slippery upper deck, leaving another devastated, smoking ruin wreck.
Mutiny is brewing violently down in the lower hold. Sailors whispering conspiracies, acting remarkably bold, sharpening their cutlasses to overthrow the captain's reign, willing to inflict an unbelievable amount of mortal pain. Greed is a venomous viper biting at the pirate's heel.
Betrayal is the only genuine emotion they can feel. Cursed coins stacked so high, black flags in the sky. Storm is brewing fast, shadows on the mast. Sunken gold dragging up wicked sinners to the abyss, sealing their terrible fate with a treacherous Judas kiss. Weighted down by the staggering consequence of their greed, harvesting the bitter fruit from a highly toxic seed, resting eternally among the barnacles and the coral reef, leaving behind a legacy of piracy, betrayal, and grief.
Hurricane forces snapping the timber and tearing the sail, realizing that human arrogance will ultimately fail. Giant tentacles emerging from the terrifying murky depths, counting every single agonizing final gasping breath.
Cannons rolling uselessly across the deeply slanted floor, knowing they will absolutely never reach the sandy shore. Skeletons are permanently guarding the shiny doubloons, haunted by the shifting tides and the gravitational moons. Maps are disintegrating slowly into the briny cold sludge, facing the ultimate impartial and unforgiving judge. Wealth cannot purchase salvation. When the hull begins to crack, there is definitively no conceivable way of turning back. A cursed coin stacked so high, black flags in the sky. Storm is brewing fast, sunken gold dragging the wicked sinners to the abyss, sealing their terrible fate with a treacherous Judas kiss. Weighted down by the staggering consequence roofs rattling from the thunderstorm, shivering because we cannot keep warm. Empty bellies aching through the night, praying for a tiny glimpse of light. Concrete yards are flooded by the drain, endless cycles of historic pain.
Politicians telling blatant lies, ignoring all the hungry babies' cries. Gunshots ringing in the neighborhood, misunderstood and rarely doing good. Poverty is striking like a whip, sinking down like a forgotten ship. Mothers weeping slow, watching caskets go. Hardship on the street, blisters on our feet. Trenched on tears, falling on the dusty gravel road, carrying a ridiculously heavy brutal load. History is written in the puddles on the ground, echoes of a tragic and a melancholy sound. Wiping trenched on tears from a devastated face, hoping for a miracle to save this broken place. Sirens wailing, flashing bloody red, another innocent young brother dead, begging for some basic human rights. Surviving through the terrifying frights, shadows stretching long across the wall, waiting for the government to fall. Grandmothers are praying on their knees, asking heaven for a gentle breeze, scrubbing ragged clothing in the tub, eating nothing but some meager grub, searching for a crumb of daily bread, hoping that the children can be fed. Mothers weeping slow, watching caskets go. Hardship on the street, blisters on our feet. Trenched on tears, falling on the dusty gravel road, carrying a ridiculously heavy brutal load. History is written in the puddles on the ground, echoes of a tragic and a melancholy sound. Wiping